can say it's an excellent movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I'll sit and watch it again, like now, right now. And I'm saying, as my skill, I can see that I'm really talented, and I'm asking you, just take the movies to me, and I will act them out for you. Yes, bring them out to me. This is my passion.
Michael cast the Romeo and Juliet for the stage production. Yes. And the way that he put the production together, it was very endearing, and their performance was inspirational. And the Romeo and Juliet that he had cast make magic, you know, as you'll see for yourself in the film. And so that was the inspiration, seeing Romeo and Juliet. The idea behind the film is that, you know, anybody can be Romeo. Yes. And that anybody can be Juliet. And so what we try to do is break down this idea that Romeo is, everyone knows Romeo and Juliet. It's probably the most famous love story in the world. But people have this idea of what Romeo is supposed to look like or what Juliet's supposed to look like. This film has totally changed it. And so most of the people don't know. So, and I've got to tell them after they see the film. So there's stuff that I can't tell you now. You know, but after you see the film, there's much more to talk about.
The movie today was, after being waiting about 6 or 7 years, it was I loved it. I loved the whole of it. Although I knew it was just acting, but it feels like we really had something going on. It was very real. That's what I liked about it. And I think Jamaican should come out when the thing is, the premiere is happening. Come out, spend your money, buy your good clothes, walk on the red carpet and a bag of tea. So come watch it, because this is something you have to watch.
What happened in the movie is something that you're actually living right now.
Yes. I act at work and cook at work also.
How do you feel about the movie coming to life 6 years later?
Oh my God. But I feel really good about it because I had my doubts and seeing myself on the screen, seeing how well it came together. Has been like 14, 15 years old and so forth. I really loved it. I loved the way how it came together. I loved the way we acted and everything. Even though I did kind of cringe and have some insecurities about it, but I loved it. I loved it. I live for acting. So what happened, just like Deshawn, I did theatre arts. So I was in theatre arts from 8th grade, as Mr. Forrest did. He took us to different places to perform and so forth. That's where I find joy. So if this movie should promote me in a positive light, I believe that I could be acting professionally.
It wasn't hard for us to choose Romeo and Juliet because all our girls were in love with Leonardo DiCaprio. They had this thing in their mind that the lead role, Romeo, has to look like that. And I had long since, in the same way that you articulated, the interpretation of Romeo, it wasn't so much about how he looked, it was about the kind of person, experience that he was having. As you said, it could happen to anybody. And for us, at a high school that does not teach literature up to CXC level, there were teachers there who doubted what we were going to do. But I never had any doubt about this competition. It was introduced to me by a youngster who did it the year before for Cumberland. He played Julius Caesar, and he was repeating at our school. And he came and he said, "You don't enter Shakespeare?" I said, "What?"
Oh,
and
right,
he brought
yeah.
it, and I saw the address and I called you. And you said, "Only this evening we're having," and that's how we came over. And it's been an exciting, beautiful, painful, listen, 6 years of journey, but this morning, and as we go on from here, I personally never doubted the possibility of this production. And all the people that I met and experiences only strengthened me. And even the times when it seemed that there was nothing happening, in my mind, I never stopped seeing that picture, that this movie was going to happen. And it is going to be one of the greatest interpretations of Romeo and Juliet ever.
I played the Lady of the Harbour, which is Obi Oman, Jamaica. My experience was amazing. I am so happy to be a part of something this big, and I'm just excited. And I love it.
I just say thanks to Paul for this great experience to give us something outside of the world. Like everyone in the Jamaica is like fighting, cussing, but you give us kids now something to look at and say, hey, you know that local love still there, about? Love still there. We don't have to fight every day. We can love each other. And I love that. To Mr. Forrest who push us right through from grade 7 he push when and say we can do things now. We can make it big. See just a come we wait a good look a while. Good look a while. 6 years. Yeah, when I see a little bit now we have a well for way to big. Yeah, recognize yourself. Right time you look and see me and say I need that. Oh, but a little bit so. But yeah, I enjoyed it and not gonna lie, I enjoy working with everyone.
Everything's connected. So if I start telling you one thing now, it's kind of like, it's out of context. So I need to kind of tell you the story chronologically. So, I mean, we've got so far, which is to the production. You know, it was 13 days, 2 days, well, 1 day at Haile Selassie High School. And most of the film was shot in Port Royal. There's all kinds of details that we can talk about in regards to why we moved to Port Royal. I mean, you know, the thing is that a lot of the things about the film, in fact, even the way the film has been made, entirely, in fact, it has made itself in a way. You know, I mean, we've done things that because we had no other choice. That's what I mean by it's made itself. You know, it wasn't like that we had lots of options and like, so we made those decisions. The film, making the film, the process has dictated how it's been made. You know, because it's not like we had lots of money to do it. It's not like we had all the expertise either. A lot of people doing that have contributed to the film. It's the first time they've had any kind of association with the film in any way. If it had just been for me, I would have probably given up a long time ago. Okay, but you know, like as I said, I don't know if I said it here, but I said it earlier that you know, I sold them the dream that we could make a movie. Okay, and they started to believe it. So I had to start believing it too. So that's what we tried to do.